it's feeding time at the zoo. I don't know how well this is going to work out because I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand and open the food and feed them with the other hand. So let's see how this works. These guys are greedy, as you can see. It's easier said than done. There's one. As you see, my Jack Dempsey, he greedy as hell, so he gonna go for it. See these guys, they got a little piece down in the corner. They just going ham on it. Go ahead and keep filming. Try to open one up. I'm gonna drop in another one. You can see he just got up there and snatched the whole thing. Greedy fish. He's greedy. You can see him eating it too. Look at him. He's greedy. Everybody else swimming around. And it's a little hard to gauge the size of him, but I'll show you. This is my hand, and that's about how big he is compared to my hand. So he's a decent sized fish. So that's enough of that. So I try to mix up their diet. I only feed them once every other day. So, and I mix it up. I got flakes, pellets, and bloodworms. So usually, I always give them some of the pellets and flakes. The bloodworms are just like a added little treat. So we'll sprinkle some pellets in here for them. Eat those. And then the reason I put flakes in here too is because he just swam back there. With that little guy right there, he's kind of small. So I'll sprinkle a little bit of flakes in there because the other fish, they kind of push him around so he don't really get the bloodworms or the pellets. He's a little too small for the pellets. So that's why I use the flakes as well. Lights going, a cooling fan, keep it cool in there. My return, that's one of my overflows, and a heater. And I also got this going, and my other overflow in the corner. See, I had to tilt it forward a little bit. I'm gonna have to cut it so I can get the water flow even in both of them, because this one over here actually is a little bit lower in the tank, so more water flows into this one than it does into this one. So I got to make this one just a little bit shorter to get about the same amount of flow. But it works good. Just did a water change about 2 days ago, cleaned my sump because it had a bunch of crud in the bottom of it and was pumping it back into the water, making it look all cloudy. But within a day, my water has really cleared up to where you can pretty much see all the way through the tank lengthwise. So it's looking real good right now, real good, nice and clear. So like I said, I'm gonna give him a little bit of flakes, mainly just for the little guy. I sprinkle it in there so he can get something to eat, because otherwise these guys are greedy as hell, and they don't really let him get much. So like I said, I'll pop some flakes in there, just a little bit. And people say, oh, you overfeeding them. Well, like I said, I only feed them every other day, and as you can see, they still nibble around, and then what's ever left, they'll either get to it, or chances are it'll get sucked down the overflows. As you can see, they're good. And then, hang on a second. All right, we're back. I had to put some of the food away, close the lid on this thing, but yeah. That's my 55, the way I got everything up and running right now. I had to make a repair to the filter because I had to take it out and clean it, and I ended up breaking it. But I just took a piece of PVC, a coupler, and made the repair. So it's working fine now. You know? Instead of going out and buying a brand new filter just because you broke one piece to it, fix it. Save yourself a bunch of money. I think that's a 3/4 inch PVC pipe coupler. I didn't put any glue or anything like that on it because I don't want that in the water. But yeah, just stuck the pieces back together through it and it works fine. That's it. But what I'm gonna do is I got another tank, so I'm gonna pause this real quick and then I'll show you that one as well. All right, and then over here, this is my 40-gallon tank. The reason this guy is in here by himself is because I tried putting him in my 55-gallon tank, and he is just extremely aggressive towards just one of the other fish in that tank. My blue fish that looks a bit like him. I'll show you which one I'm talking about real quick. So we'll zoom in on him so you can get a good look. I believe this guy is called an erotis. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but yes. He gets along fine with the other little couple of fish I got in here. This was a breeding tank where I was breeding my pink convicts. So here's a female, and there's a couple of her offspring. I took the male out because I didn't want to breed anymore while he was in there. But he doesn't bother these guys at all. Not really. You know, he may occasionally chase them around the tank a little bit. But like I said, and I'll show you in my other tank, and maybe somebody can give me a good reason as to why. Alright, I'm back on the other tank. When I put him in the tank, this guy right here, he constantly chases and antagonizes this guy right here, and occasionally this one. But I don't know what it is. He doesn't mess with this guy, he doesn't mess with my Jack Dempsey, he doesn't mess with this big bluish purple one right here. But he will constantly chase this one around the tank, and like I said, occasionally this one. If anybody can tell me why, I don't know. And I've tried changing up the decor, making different hiding spaces, whatever. You know, they always find each other, and that other fish just always chases them around. So let me go back over to the other tank. All right, I'm back over. This fish swimming around like, what the hell, man? Thought you was gonna feed me. All right, I'm about to feed him. And in here, I just usually just sprinkle some flakes in there since I got the little ones. And I've been doing it that way. Haven't had any issues. So, sprinkle just a little bit in there for him. And eventually everybody will come out and start to get a bite to eat. Like I said, there's 3 other little fish in here. And once they sense the food, they'll come out. See, there's one. There's another one. And there's one more. There he is. There's all 3 of the little guys. And then Mom, she's up there. And then, like I said, this guy. So, that's my video. Alright.